The Hakata Dontaku Port Festival began in Fukuoka City, southern Japan on May 10th. About 2 million people are expected to visit the two-day event during the spring holidays. The Dontaku is based on a dance and music event that was held 800 years ago. Dontaku is derived from the Dutch word for Sunday or Zondag. Organizers open a large decorated paper ball to mark the start of the event. More than 23,000 people from more than 430 groups paraded through the streets dancing and playing instruments. Tourists are enjoying a sightseeing route across a World Cultural Heritage Peninsula in Hokkaido, northern Japan. The route running across the Shiritoko Peninsula was closed in winter due to heavy snow, but has opened for the spring holiday season. A ceremony took place for the opening recently, and many visitors came by car. A visitor from Tokyo described the scenery as amazing and said there are only a few places in the world as beautiful. An official said he was concerned the route might have to stay shut for the holidays, and he said he hopes that visitors enjoy the beauty of nature. The highway is set to open between 10 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. for the time being. A team of researchers at Tokyo University of Marine Science and Technology unveiled a quick-charging plug-in electric boat to the media recently. The Rancho N is 14 meters long and can carry up to 12 people. It is powered by a battery with the same storage capacity as 5 electric vehicles. The boat has 2 motors and can travel at a maximum speed of 20 kilometers per hour. The developers say the boat is much quieter than engine-powered vessels and does not produce any emissions. They say the boat's battery can be charged in around 3 hours, and it can travel for about 100 kilometers at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour on a full charge. The researchers say they are eyeing possible uses as a water bus or sightseeing boat. They say they managed to keep down the development cost by using the same batteries, motors, and recharging equipment as electric cars. Associate Professor Etsuro Shimizu of the university team says with no sound and smell from the gasoline motor, passengers can talk to each other without shouting and enjoy the delicious aroma of their meals. He says he hopes to see the boat put into commercial use by the 2020 Tokyo Olympics to entertain visitors from abroad. Japanese researchers have developed eyeglasses that can sense a user's tiredness level and condition by tracking their eye movements. The product is expected to help reduce car accidents. A Japanese eyeglass store chain and Tohoku University researchers led by Professor Ryuta Kawashima co-developed the product. Small sensors on the eyeglasses pick up voltage variation generated by the eye movements and transmit the data to smartphones. The facility calculates and indicates the user's drowsiness on 3 levels so that they can check their tiredness to decide when to take a rest. Eyeglass store chain JIN plans to put the product on sale next spring. JIN President Hitoshi Tanaka says the glasses can help prevent auto accidents and they can keep people from becoming burned out from overwork. He said the new glasses also have uses in the field of health management. JIN is hoping to develop demand even among people who don't wear glasses. Tourists have gathered at the Nagara River in Gifu, central Japan, to witness the season's opening of traditional fishing using trained waterfowl. Fishermen use cormorants to catch sweet fish in a tradition dating back more than 1,300 years. The season opens every year on May 11th. On May 11th night, 6 fishermen in traditional attire boarded their torch-lit boats that skillfully guided the birds on leashes to catch fish. The climax of the event came as the 6 boats lined up across the river and hauled fish by driving them into the shallows. The fishermen handing of the birds drew applause from more than 1,000 people who viewed the performance from boats. A woman from Finland who saw the fishing for the first time said the burning torches were big and beautiful. Cormorant fishing on the Nagara River will continue through October 15th. Gifu city is expecting 115,000 visitors during the season. Iranian scientists have unveiled a kit for the production and processing of renewable biodiesel fuel. The device, which is displayed at Iran Oil Show, has been designed and manufactured by researchers at Tabiat Modares University in Tehran. The machine is fully designed and conceived in Iran and is based on the latest technologies available in the world. It can take in vegetable oil, animal fat, waste oil and seaweed to produce 2.5 tons of biodiesel a day. The device comes with a price tag of $13.2 thousand that is half the price of its foreign counterparts. A group of Iranian students is gearing up for a road trip through the American heartland fueled by the sun. A white four-wheel solar vehicle traveling on a highway connecting Qazvin and Zarjan, two northern Iranian cities. It is not a scene from a futuristic movie, but a recent test for a solar car built by Iranian students. University students and their teachers in Qazvin Azad University tested the solar vehicle, dubbed as Havin 2 or Brilliant Sun, to compete in an international contest from Austin, Texas to Minneapolis, Minnesota in American Solar Challenge 2014. The 19-member team, including its sponsor, has applied for a U.S. visa to go with the car to attend the challenge in July that will be the first presence of an Iranian solar car in an American solar contest. Baitullah Akbari, university professor and manager of Havin 2 team, believes the project can help the country in a broader spectrum too. Hassan Bahrabi, technical manager of the team, says the U.S. Treasury has approved participation of Havin 2 in the contest. Farkhonde Naziri is the only female member of the team. The vehicle is an upgraded version of the Havin 1, which ranked 17 in the 2011 World Solar Challenge in Australia. The team is sponsored by an Iranian bank and a car battery producer who paid some $150,000 to build the car. Their attendance in the event, including travel, is expected to cost the same amount. The 220-kilogram vehicle is 4.5 meters long, 1.8 meters wide and 1.1 meters tall. With photovoltaic cells covering some 6 square meters of its surface, the car's lithium-ion batteries can power it up for up to 4 hours between 90 to 150 kilometers per hour. The team designed and developed what it calls a maximum power point tracking or MPPT system for the car, which interconnects inverters, battery chargers and other devices to optimize its photovoltaic cells. The engine and photovoltaic panels, however, are imported. Iran has already applied a 0% tariff for imported electric and hybrid cars to reduce its dependency on fossil fuels. The country consumes some 70 million liters of fuel per day. It has recently increased fuel price up to 75% while imposing a rationing system. It plans to cut subsidies fully and bring the price to international level. Iran cut a portion of its energy and fuel subsidies last month, nearly doubling some prices at the pump and testing public support for such measures in a country battered by inflation and economic sanctions imposed over its contested nuclear program. Subsidies have kept the cost of gasoline artificially low for consumers in OPEC member Iran and were blamed for making petrol cheaper than bottled mineral water. The slash aims to release government money for production and infrastructure projects in order to improve efficiency and bolster the economy. Scientists have discovered 14 new species of so-called dancing frogs in the jungle mountains of southern India just in time as scientists fear they may soon become extinct. They breed after the yearly monsoon in fast rushing streams, but their habitat appears to be becoming increasingly dry. The study listing the new species published recently in the Ceylon Journal of Science brings the number of known Indian dancing frog species to 24. They are found exclusively in the Western Ghats, a lush mountain range that stretches 1,600 kilometers from the western state of Maharashtra down to the country's southern tip. Only the males dance a unique breeding behavior called foot flagging. They stretch, extend, and whip their legs out to the side to draw the attention of females who might have trouble hearing mating croaks over the sound of water flowing through hill streams. The bigger the frog, the more they dance. They also use those leg extensions to smack away other males, an important feature considering the sex ratio for the amphibians is usually around 100 males to 1 female. There are other dancing frogs in Central America and Southeast Asia, but the Indian family, known by the scientific name Micrixalidae, evolved separately about 85 million years ago. These are tiny, delicate frogs no bigger than a walnut and can easily be swept away in a gushing mountain stream. India's government has been working to establish a vast environmental protection zone across the Ghats to limit polluting industrial activities and human encroachment, but it put the latest proposal on hold earlier this year. Biju, a scientist, is celebrated as India's frogman for discovering dozens of new species in his 4-decade career. Biju's determination, or even obsession, with documenting as many new frog species as possible stems from his fear that many will vanish as a nameless extinction before scientists ever learn they exist. Beautiful ladies are sometimes referred as beautiful like a wax statue. Even to become a wax statue, someone has to be very fortunate. This fortune has befallen on several popular people in our country as well. This report is about such figures that can be seen if you make a visit to the Arts Gallery. The sculpting of wax statues is a popular art in the world. Statues of popular people are sculpted in wax. These statues are real replicas of the people concerned, even to the point of the eyebrows. This form of art has a history dating back to the 18th century. The Madame Tussauds Museum in England is famous for these art forms. This art form is still in its initial stages in Sri Lanka. An exhibition of wax statues sculpted by the well-known sculptor Athula Harold and his son Mahim Harold are now being held at the National Arts Gallery. The exhibition was opened by Minister Basil Rajapaksa. 14 statues, including the statues of parliamentarian Malini Fonseca, an actress, Professor Carlo Fonseca, Professor Sunil Ariyatna, musician, Pandit Amaradeva, Dr. Victor Ratnayaka, musician, Sunil Iridisinghe, musician, Ravindra Randinia, actor, and some of the kings of Sri Lanka are being exhibited in live forms at this exhibition. The sculptors anticipate to open up a fully fledged exhibition hall to cater to the foreign and local visitors and to help those interested in sculpting. Although we say that a wax statue, it is not possible to get that much of wax to sculpt a statue, and hence it has been made using clay. At this function, the website www.athmawaxmuseum was also launched.